this only as the attendance, and those who are not joining, let's see later on what to do. I'll take at the beginning ones and middle ones and end ones. Okay, you'll have to solve the examples by then. Fine. So let us start with the today's topic, that is half range.
Ma'am, your camera is off.
Camera is off, ma'am. Your screen is not visible.
It's not visible. Okay, just a
No,
second.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, actually it's off. Camera is off.
Yeah, yeah, it
Okay.
was off. Now you can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Very less part. Okay, so we'll start with today's topic, that is half range sine and cosine series. Okay, so that day you were asking if I could have extended the function as even, then what to do? If it is not having 0 as the midpoint, if it is not having 0 as the midpoint, still I want to convert the given function to a even function or to a odd function. Then is it possible? Can it be done? Then the answer is yes, and the answer is with the help of half range cosine and half range sine series. Now the name itself suggests that you will be given half range. What do you mean by full range? Till now we have seen the examples which had the range as c less equal x less equal c plus 2a. This was one thing. Okay. Then the other thing was that we had seen also the interval of the length minus l less equal x less equal l. So these all examples were on full range. So entire range was between minus l to l or c to c plus 2l. So your period t was nothing but 2l. Are you getting it? Whether it was minus pi to pi or minus 1 to 1, then or 0 to 3. All those examples were full range examples. Can you understand that? And what is the meaning of full range? The period will be given by p is equal to 2l. Upper limit minus lower limit is equal to 2l. Is that clear? What is the meaning of everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 2l is equal to the period of the function, and that was given to be the full range. Now the question only says that it is half range cosine series or half range sine series. So what will be given to you? Will the period be 2l or whatever is the interval length which is given to you? Will it be 2l or it will be half of 2l?
Half of 2.
Half of 2.
Half of 2l. Okay, very good. So what will be given to you? It will be given as this. 0 is less than equal to x less than equal to l. So only half the range will be given to you. Okay, and they'll ask you find the half range cosine series. So if this is the half range, what will be the full range?
Minus L x to L.
Very good. Minus L to L. This will be a full range. Okay. So if I am given the function in this range, I'll be extending it in minus L to L. While solving, I'll use half range only. While solving, I'll use half range only because in the question it will be given as half range. Why do we extend it to minus L to L? So that I can write down the formulas from the ones which we have already given. So minus L to L, if the function is even, then it has some certain Fourier series. If it is odd, then it has certain Fourier series. That you know, isn't it? If the function is even, then what's your Fourier series expansion? If f of x is defined in minus L less equal x less equal L and f is even, then what's the Fourier series? Yes, tell me. What's the Fourier series expansion? F of x is
Not by 2
plus summation
summation n is equal to 1 to infinity
am cos
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 n
n pi
pi
by L.
Upon
L.
L.
very good. Okay, this is your Fourier series. Fine. Is that so? Bn part won't be there because it is even,
Bn
so
won't be
Bn will be 0. Correct?
0.
And the formula is for A naught will be 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x dx, and formula for An will be 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x into cos of L by x
2
by
by
x.
x upon L.
Correct. And same way, if it is odd, then Bn will remain and A naught and An will be 0. Clear?
0.
Everyone? Yes. So now this is the answer what we are getting. If I had a even function, and for even function I want the symmetry about 0. That's why the interval was given as to be minus L to L. Now if the question is given half range, I will extend depending on the requirement of the experiment whether to extend it as even function or extend it as odd function. If I extend it as even function, what will be the Fourier series expansion? It will have only cos terms, and that will be called as half range cosine series. Are you getting it? And if I
Yes,
extend it as odd function, it will be called as half range sine series. Now the question is, can we extend the way we want? Can we extend the function in even function or odd function as per our requirement? So for that, I will explain you how we can do it. For every example which is defined in the interval 0 to L, we can expand it in even function or extend it in even function or extend it in odd function. Okay, so I'll give you geometrical interpretation of it, and then it is quite easy to understand algebraically. So is this clear to everyone? What will be given to us? Half range will be given, and I want to find cosine series, so I will extend it in minus L to L as even function. I will get this as to be a cosine series, and if I extend it as odd function, I will get, if f is odd, this was for even, and if f is odd, then f of x will be equal to summation n from 1 to infinity Bn sine of n by x by L with Bn is equal to 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x into sine of n by x by L dx. These are only your cosine series, half range cosine series and half range sine series. Rather than using the full interval, I am going to use the half interval. So the difference will be this L which is there. This L which is there, I am not going to take upper limit minus lower limit is equal to 2L because the period is given to be half only. Whatever is the upper limit, I will directly take it as L. Half range का meaning क्या है? Whatever is the upper limit, that will be L because we are extending it to full range to make it even or odd, and then we will get only cosine series or only sine series. Is this part clear? So how do we extend that? I'll explain you. But is this clear? If I extend 0 to L between minus L to L as even function, I get cosine series, which is called as half range cosine series. And why it is called half range? Because I am using 0 to L only, upper limit, as L, which is directly half of the period. And for sine, if I extend it as odd function, then I'll get half range sine series. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let me show you how do we extend every function. Any given function, you will be able to extend it as even function or odd function. Okay. So have you written this formulas?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay, I will give you the formulas. Fine. First, let me explain you how they become even or odd. Then I will give you the formulas. Fine. Just see now. Now, f of x, suppose your curve is y is equal to f of x, which looks like this, suppose. Okay? Between 0 to, this is your L. Between 0 to L, your function looks like this. Now, if I want to extend it as even function, so what I will do, whatever is the area covered here, same type of area I will cover here also. Are you getting it? So this function is extended between minus L to 0 as even function. So what was your f of x? This is your f of x and this is your f of minus x. So both the values are same. Are you getting it? F of x and f of minus x are same. Therefore, f is this clear? समझ लगा? What we have done?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Geometrically, is this clear? But if I want to extend it as odd function, this is 0, this is L, and this is minus L. So where was your curve? It was like this. Okay. I will extend it like this, opposite. So that whatever is the area here, minus is the area here. So if this was f of x, this will be f of minus x. And they are negative of each other. Can you see that? Exactly at the same distance, they will be negative at each other. So I have converted the same function in an even function and same function in an odd function. So that extend as per the requirement of the experiment or requirement of the person who is conducting the experiment. So if I want to extend, I want only cosine series, so that the input signal will be only in terms of cos waves, then I will extend it as even function. If the input has to be in terms of sine curve or sine wave, then I will extend it as only odd function. And then I'll get half range cosine series or half range sine series. Is this okay?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, but for odd function, the
Yeah.
f of 0 must be 0, no?
Yes. So we are getting now. This is f of 0. So f of 0, minus 0 and f of plus 0, that is same now. See here.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. That is not changing. Any other doubt? Any other doubt to anyone else? Please answer quickly.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, when we are changing, the forms of an and bn,
Yeah.
are we changing the original function as even and odd, or we are changing the sine and cosine which are, there with it in the product? Because that also can be done, right?
Yes, but what is the thing? I want to extend the function, not a and bn. I will get a and bn corresponding to that extended function. So we are making the function even or odd. We are not writing formula of a naught first to convert it even or odd, and then back pressing the function f of x whether it is even or odd. First we are converting the given function f of x to the even, and then obviously a naught a n will remain, which will be corresponding to whatever is the extended f of x, whether it is even or whether it is odd, and then writing the formula.
Okay.
Okay? Because coefficients are obtained for the function. It's not like function is obtained for the coefficient, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Any other doubt? I think so. No. Then the basic thing is f of x can be extended as even function if I want to get half range cosine series. F of x can be extended as odd function if I want sine series. So write down the theory part of it now. Take it up. If f of x is defined, in the interval, if f of x is defined in the interval 0 less equal x less equal L, 0 less equal x less equal L, which is the half range of f of x, which is the half range of f of x, which is the half range of f of x. If we extend f of x as even function, between minus L to L, then we get cosine series.
Ma'am, please repeat.
I'll repeat. If f of x is defined in the half range 0 less equal x less equal L, 0 less equal x less equal x, and if we extend it in minus L to L as even function, then we get the Fourier cosine series of f of x to be a naught by 2 plus summation n from 1 to infinity an cos of n pi x by L, where a naught is equal to 2 upon L integration 0 to L f of x dx, and an is equal to 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x into cos of n by x by L. Where L is upper limit of the half range. So till now, what we were doing, upper limit minus lower limit, we were taking 2L and then we were dividing by 2 to get the value of L. But right now the range only will be given as half, so it will be 0 to L. So directly the upper limit I am taking as L. And that's why it is called half range.
It will be given in the question that
It will be given in the question. Find the half range cosine series for this function, and the range is 0 to 1. So L will be equal to 1. They'll ask you find the half range sine series for the function f of x is equal to so and so for the range 0 less equal x less equal 2. So L will be equal to 2. 0 less equal x less equal pi. So L will be pi. Is it okay? Whenever the word half range comes, that means the range which is given or where the function is defined is half of it. So the upper limit will be directly L. Full range will be minus L to N. So again, if I do the full range, I will say 2L is equal to pi minus of minus 2 pi, and I will get L is equal to pi on 2. So directly what we do, rather than doing that, say L is equal to pi. Is it okay? Clear? Yeah.
Whereच्या पुढे काय?
Where f of where
Right hand side.
formulas where a naught is equal to 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x dx, where L is equal to here this one, where L is equal to upper limit, where L is equal to upper limit of the range, half range, given half range, where L is equal to upper limit of the given half range. So range given will be half only. Okay. Next is point 2. You can write if we extend f of x as odd in the range minus L to L. If we extend f of x as odd function in the range minus L to L, then we have, if we extend f of x as odd function in the range minus L less equal x less equal L, then f of x has sine series expansion given by, then f of x has sine series expansion given by f of x is equal to n from 1 to infinity bn sine of n pi x by n, where bn is equal to 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x into sine of n pi x by n dx. Dn is equal to 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x into sine of n pi x by n dx. Okay. Again, what is L over here? L will be the upper limit of the interval because it is half the range. Clear? Now, this f of x which is there for half range, same question can be asked for finding the half range, finding the half range cosine, half range sine, as well as Fourier series. So, depending on what we want, do we want the output as only sine waves, then half range sine, cosine series. If you want only the output has to be sine wave, then it will be half range sine series expansion. And if we want the full range, that is if you want to have the entire Fourier series expansion, then whatever is the limit given, that will be considered as full range. Even if it is half for 0 to L, then also it will be said find the full range, find the Fourier series expansion for this f of x. Then that range will be considered as full. Are you getting it? What is the difference? We are converting it to cosine or sine series, considering the given range as half. But if for the same question it is asked, find the Fourier series, then the given range will be considered as full and you write down the Fourier series expansion for that also. So one question I will do of all three together so that it will be clear. If they ask you find the half range cosine series, we are extending it as given. If they ask find the half range sine series, we are extending it as odd. And if they ask you find the Fourier series, then the same half range we are taking it as full range and finding the Fourier series expansion. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Take down the question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, take down the question. Find the half range. Just a second, let me see that question. Find the half range cosine series. First question. Half range cosine series. Then second, half range sine series. Half range sine series. Half range sine series and Fourier series for f of x is equal to x square. F of x is equal to x square in the interval. F of x is equal to x square in the interval 0 less than x less than 2. 0 less than x less than 2. So now given question, you will feel that it is even function. Isn't it? Everything, the first thing that strikes you, looking at the question, f of x is equal to x square. What it is?
Even function.
It is even function. Correct. It is an even function. But is the midpoint right now, if this is said to be half range question, is the midpoint 0?
No.
Okay. So if it is full range, if it is half range, definitely the midpoint is 0. If it is half range, then what will be the full range? Minus 2 to 2, na?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you getting it? I had to ask the question reverse. 0 से 2 तक है, तो midpoint अगर ये half range है, तो what will be a full range? Minus 2 to 2. So midpoint is 0. So you can think that it will become a even function and we get only cosine. Yeah, it will become a even function and we will get only cosine. You will get only cosine series. But what's the importance or what is the speciality about half range? The same function I can convert it to odd also in the range minus 2 to 0. Just now what I showed you, what was the function? X square only, na? C. Okay, so what is this? 0 to 2. This is your 0 and this is your 2 value. So what is the function? F of x is equal to x square. So what is your, this is your, what type of curve is this?
Parabola.
Parabola, na? So 0 to 2, it will be 0 to 4. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I extend it like this between minus 2 to 0, it will be even function. Whatever is the area here, same in the area here. But if I extend it this way, I can extend it this way also, na? Reflection about x-axis and then its mirror image. So it is minus a over here. So whatever was f of x here, it is minus f of x here. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
So I can extend the same function as even or odd. And that's why I can write half range cosine series as well as half range sine series. समझते का?
Now I'm getting it graphically, but algebraically, how will we extend the same equation?
We are defining f of x which is equal to x square, okay, in the range 0 less equal x less than 2. So f of minus x I will write, it has to be again x square only. Okay, for even function. We are writing it. We are defining it. Are you getting it? Do you understand?
Yeah.
We are defining which one. We are saying that make it odd, make it even. If it is odd, then only I can write down the sine series. Looking at the function, it is even. Are you getting it? Plus,
Yes.
This is minus x square whole square. But if I want to make it odd, I will write it as minus x square. I will write it as define the function between minus 2 to 0 as minus x square. And then see what happens. Is it okay? And then I will get sine series. And that input, whichever I will get, I will put in the sine wave form, which will be used by the electronic devices to look at the end result, what is going to be a Fourier transform. Okay, Fourier transform we are going to do in M3. Is it okay? Okay. So we are defining it. That's what I'm saying. That is the difference. Because every time in half-wave rectifier, I don't know in details about it, but half-wave rectifier, if you want to get the input has to be only sine wave, then you'll have to convert the given function to odd. And that's what we are doing here. We are defining it. And then we will look at what is the effect on the Fourier series expansion of that given function. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, first of all, what is asked? Find out the Fourier cosine series. So, what will do? Fourier cosine series. So, the half range is given as to be 0 to 2 only. Directly, you will compare f of x to be equal to f of x is equal to x square in the range 0 less than equal to strictly less than 1 given, less than 2, and therefore your L will be. Now, what is your L? This is half range. This is your half range. So, yeah, so you compare this with x less than L. So L will be 2. Okay, and therefore your Fourier series cosine series. Therefore, half range cosine series will be f of x is equal to a naught by 2 plus summation n from 1 to infinity an cos of n pi x by n. So that is a naught by 2 plus summation n from 1 to infinity an cos of n pi x by 2. Therefore, your formula of a naught will be 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x dx, which is 2 by L is 2 integration 0 to 2 f of x is x square dx. So do this and tell me what the answer is. It is x cube by 3,
8 by 3.
from 0 to correct. 8 by 3 is your answer. Okay, a naught is 8 by 3. Now please everyone solve what is the value of a and I'll write down the formula. It is 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x into cos of n pi x by n, that is 2. I'm writing directly, okay. So it is 2 by 2 integration 0 to 2 f of x into, what is f of x? X square. X square into cos of n pi x by 2 dx. So try to solve by parts formula. This is your u, this is your v, and tell me the answer.
Ma'am, answer is 16 into minus 1 raised to n upon n square pi square.
Only
Yes,
one
yes.
term you are getting.
Yes.
First term integration will be sine, that will go. Second will be cos, and third will be yes. Right. You are getting only
Sine
one
again.
term. So let me check the final answer. What you are saying is 16. You are saying
16 into minus 1 raised to n upon n square
upon
pi
n square pi. Absolutely. Right. Yes. Everyone, please see whether you are getting that answer. That's the correct answer. An is equal to 16 upon n square pi square into minus 1 raised to n. Check everyone. See, and I have told you how to remove the terms which are making simply them lengthy and not contributing anything. Sine terms are not going to contribute. Look at this x square. The first term will remain as it is. Integration of cos is sine n pi x by 2 upon n pi by 2. That sine term will not give you anything. So just don't do anything. Cancel out and write 0 about it. Second term which is there, 2x. Derivative of x square is 2x, and one more integration of cos is first was sine. Second will be minus cos n pi x upon 2 divided by n square pi square by 4. That will contribute. Again, it will contribute only upper limit. And then you will get the answer as to be 16 upon n square pi square minus 1 raised to n. And therefore, your half range cosine series will be, what is a naught by 2? 8 by 3. So I write directly it is 4 by 3 because it is a naught by 2 plus 16 upon pi square is independent of n. So summation n from 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to n upon n square cos of n pi x by 2. This will be a Fourier series, half range Fourier series. Half range cosine series. Is this okay, everyone? This is half range cosine series. On the same lines, you will get half range sine series. So try it out. What is half range sine series? You have to find Bn. So in Bn, the formula will be 2 by L integration 0 to L f of x into sine n pi x by L dx. Do that and tell me what is the half range sine series. Then we'll do the full range question. Same question can get only sine terms, only cos terms, and both combination of sine and cos. Try and tell me.
Range, we will write Bn as 0.
No, that's what. If the question is find the full range, or they'll ask you find the Fourier series, they won't say full range. Find the Fourier series expansion for f of x is equal to x square in the range 0 to 2. That means your total interval is 0 to 2. So it will be of the type c to c plus 2l, arbitrary interval. And therefore, upper limit minus lower limit, c plus 2l minus c will be 2l. So 2l will become 2 and therefore l will become 1. That's the difference. If you want to get both the terms, then your limits which are there will be a period will be 2l. And if it is half range, the period half period will be l. Are you getting it? What I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Okay, try down. If you are finished with half range sine series also, then start with Fourier series. सगळ्यांना जमते का बघा, because I want everyone to solve it, not only few students. If you are not getting, you please ask me. We will have to write it down. Few questions we will try to do on MCQs also of half range series. Everybody has got this answer? सगळ्यांना मिळाले का हे half range cosine series 16 upon n square pi square? Is there anybody who has not got it? Please tell if you have not got it. Aditya, Daigude, you are there? Roll number 22. Aditya Daigude, you are there? Jay Firke, you are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you are trying to solve it?
Yes, ma'am. But the screen.
Did you get the answer as 16 upon n square pi square into minus 1 raised to n? Hello?
No.
You didn't get the answer?
No.
Okay, you try to, yeah.
Pixels are not clear. Screen pixels. That's why.
Okay, you take down the integration as should be integration 0 to 2. What you have to solve for an? For an, you have to solve 0 to 2 x square cos of n pi x by 2. Integration 0 to 2 x square cos of n pi x by 2. Roll number 31 C division. Have you got this answer? 16 upon n square pi square. Roll number 31 division C. Roll number 61 division C. Ayush. Roll number 61. These all students, they keep it aside. Their mic and they attend the lecture or what? All of them are marked in etc. Those who are not responding. Roll number 61, then roll number 31. Division C, roll number 11. Aditya?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you got the answer? 16 upon n square pi square?
Yes.
Okay. What's the value for Bn? Can we write that?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the answer for Bn?
मोटा दिन.
Bn, you've got two terms. Just tell me whatever you've got. F of x is x square sine of n pi x by 2 dx. So this 2 and 2 gets cancelled. And this is going to be x square into minus cos of n by x by 2. This is the first term. Then minus 2x. One more integration of minus cos is minus sine n pi x by 2 divided by n square pi square by 4. Yes.
There will be chain rule for first, no? 2 upon n into 2 upon n pi.
Yeah. N pi by 2. Okay. I have written it here, I had skipped here. So minus cos of n pi x by 2
Ma'am?
upon n pi by 2. Yeah.
bn 0 नाही होणार का इथं even function आहे ना.
That's what I said. Now we are extending it as odd function. And then we are writing the half range cosine series. You are not, your range is 0 to 2. So the midpoint right now is not 0. We are extending it between minus 2 to 2 such that it will become odd function, and therefore x square, even if it is looking, we will make it as odd function graphically, what I told you, and keep it algebraically also you keep it as minus x square between minus 2 to 0. But I am not taking the limits only between minus 2 to 0. That's why what I am writing 2 times. And making it odd so that odd into odd will become even, and then we will get the Fourier series expansion only in sine terms. समझते का? We are extending it as odd. Whatever graph I showed you, if it goes above, same area is repeated. If it goes below, then area is becoming negative. That means f of x and f of minus x are negative of each other. I am making it that way. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next term will be plus 2 into minus integration of sine will be cos of n pi x by 2 divided by n cube pi cube by 8. And what's the limit? Limit is between 0 to 2. So which terms will remain and which terms will become 0?
And cos term will remain.
Yes, cos term will remain, and the sine term definitely don't need to do anything, it is 0. First term also only upper limit will remain, because lower limit when x is 0 it will be 0, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So bn will become upper limit, that is 4 into minus sign, I am writing outside, cos of 2n pi by 2. X is 2, na? X is 2. So 2n pi by 2 divided by n pi by 2. This is your first one. Now look at this term. Last one. Here also cos term is there, so it will remain, and that will become plus 2 times 2 into 2. Should I write it? 2 into 8 upon n cube pi cube. What will remain inside is cos of n pi is your upper limit, and minus cos of 0 is your lower limit. And therefore, your answer will be minus 8, 12 gets cancelled, upon n pi. It is cos of n pi. Then here you have plus 8, that is 16 n cube pi cube into cos of n pi minus 1, cos 0 is 1. Is this what you are getting, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So,
yes, ma'am.
so you can take cos n pi common.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can take cos n pi common, and you can take also 8 by n pi. If I take common, I will get
Cos n
minus, yeah, as well as cos of n pi I will take common. So you get minus 1 here, and here you get plus 2 upon n square pi square. N square pi square, and this will become minus 16 upon n cube pi cube.
Ma'am, that extreme right side is not visible.
Okay. So I'll write it down. So minus 8 upon n pi cos n pi, this is clear. Then plus 16 upon n cube pi cube cos of n pi, and minus 16 upon n cube pi cube cos of 0 is 1. So that's this much. Even if you write, you can take further cos n pi common, and you will take 8 upon n pi also you can take common, but still it won't get simplified and give you a very simple answer. So your Bn will be this lengthy only, and you can write down the Fourier series expansion as f of x is equal to summation n from 1 to infinity Bn sin of n pi x by 2, where Bn is defined in 1. Or this is 1. Where Bn is defined in 1. Is it okay? So same function I can write half range cosine, half range sine, and then we can write down the Fourier series also. If I am writing the Fourier series, then I have to take the given range as to be full range. Yes. Any doubt to anyone?
मॅम ते अप्पर साइडला cos n pi minus काय पुढे
Minus cos 0. Upper limit minus lower limit. No, here, this one. When I put x is equal to 0, it is cos 0. But this common term is outside. 16 upon n cube pi cube is common. Only upper limit is cos of n pi by 2 by 2. 2 gets cancelled, this cos n pi. And when I put x is equal to 0, it is cos 0. So lower limit is minus cos 0, upper limit is cos n pi. So if you want to, you can keep like this, or you can put minus 1 raised to n. Cos n pi ची value put करू शकता. That's your most simplified form. Minus 1 raised to n. Okay?
Ma'am.
Yeah.
So when we are saying that f of minus x, I mean taking this example, ki f of minus x is equal to minus x square we have taken, right? So it is like we are actually changing the definition of the function for knowing the output, is it?
Yes, correct. You are right. We are converting the function as per our requirement. We are making it odd.
Okay, yes.
Okay, it's not given in the definition. It's not given in the question. Since you want half range cosine series, it has to be odd in the full range. And for making it odd, I am redefining the function.
Okay, yes, got it.
Okay, yeah.
And ma'am, now the complete Fourier series would be same or the limits will change?
The limits will be now 0 to 2 only. They have said find the Fourier series. So whatever are the limits given, they are your full period. 2 to L is equal to 2. So L will become 1 now when it is said Fourier series. So do you understand? One function, एक ही function के लिए 3 अलग-अलग हमें what you can say series expansion मिल सकते हैं. Cosine series मिल सकता है, sine series मिल सकता है, या फिर full range series भी मिल सकता है. So what you want, how you want to use it, depending on that you are going to write down the expansion.
Ma'am, can you please explain the change of period while we are finding
full range
Fourier series?
Yeah, Fourier series. So is this clear to everyone? That's the last problem. Yeah.
वो जो इंटीग्रेशन किया ना x square into sin वाला u रूल यूज करके फर्स्ट स्टेप्स मैम समझ में आ गया. सेकंड स्टेप में हमने दो बार इंटीग्रेट किया ब्रैकेट वाला अंदर वाला.
Yes.
तो फिर उसके आगे का जो 2 into cos वो नहीं समझा.
See, your integration formula uv by Leibniz is u first integration of v minus one more derivative of u second integration of v plus this is a formula. Okay, you can prove that also by this is called as Leibniz formula for product rule plus u double dash into v3. ठीक है, मतलब क्या इंटीग्रेशन भी बढ़ रहा है और डेरिवेटिव्स भी बढ़ रहे हैं. So which function I am taking u, the one whose derivative is becoming 0, or you can use Eigen rule. So x square को मैंने u लिया, x square as it is. What's the first derivative of x square? 2x. Don't look at this sign. This sign is in the formula. Alternate plus minus sign. Okay. So x square वैसे रहा u. Then second is 2x, derivative of x square, and then third is derivative of 2x. ठीक है?
Okay.
After this, what will be the derivative of 2? It will be 0, na? So I'm not writing the further terms.
Okay, thank you.
And v1, v2, v3 means first integration of sine, then second integration of sine. Second integration of sine means one more integration of minus cos, which is minus sine. And one more integration of minus sine will give you third integration, which is minus of minus plus. Okay? Yeah. Any other doubt? So should I go to the full range question then?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Last value.
Last value?
Last step, ma'am.
So now why we did this Bn, why did we write? Because we had to write down what is the half range sine series. So we have written the Bn formula, but Bn formula was not very simple and not just a single word, a single number. It was distributed in how many parts? My 3 parts. So I have written Bn as it is, and I said f of x is equal to n summation n from 1 to infinity bn sin n pi x by 2, where n is 2, is the Fourier series half range sine series where bn is given by 1. If you write here, it will be simply more and more complicated to write. That's why I said it is bn, where bn is defined in 1. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So now let us write down what is the Fourier series expansion for the same function. Okay, so f of x is given as to be x square, and you are asked find the Fourier series. So if it was just a normal question, you not sine, half range sine or cosine, then your f of x is defined as x square, which is in the interval 0 less than x less than 2. This interval now directly will compare with c less equal x less equal c plus 2x, because it is not said half range. It is said find the Fourier series. That means whatever is the range given to you, it is the full range. So what will be your upper limit minus lower limit? C plus 2l minus c will be 2l, which will be 2 minus 0, and therefore 2l is 2, and hence l is equal to 1. Therefore, your f of x will have full range Fourier series expansion as a0 by 2 summation n from 1 to infinity an cos of n pi x by l plus bn sin of n pi x by l. What is l? L is 1. Therefore, a0 by 2 plus summation n from 1 to infinity an cos of n by x, because n is 1, plus bn sin of n by x. This is the most important thing to write it properly, because then your formulas will be defined depending on what is the an multiplied with, what is bn multiplied with. So what is your a0? A0 is your normal formula, 1 upon l integration c to c plus 2n f of x dx. So what is that? L is 1. So it is 1 by 1 integration 0 to 2 f of x is x square dx. And that's why it is going to become x cube by 3, which is 1 by 3, because, sorry, which is 8 by 3. A0 is turning out to be same. And now you can also try the full range example. If it is there, it won't be comparable directly with the addition of half range of sine and half range of cosine. That also you can see. Because your angle only is changing, na? Theta which is there, cos of theta and sin of theta, that is changing because this is considered as your full range. Okay? Yes or no? Kavita? Yeah, you got it now? What is the change? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So now you have to find what is your AN and what is your BN. Have you finished writing this?
No, ma'am. Just 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll write down the formula by then for AN. You can see this part, na? AN is equal to 1 by n integration c to c plus 2n f of x into cos of n by x. Don't write again n here entirely. Cos of n by x. Therefore, an will become 1 by 1 integration 0 to 2 x square into cos of n by x. Okay. The multiplicity term will be different because the division by 2 is not there. We will get the value of a.
Ma'am, 4 upon n square pi square.
I think so. That's right. 4 upon n square pi square is the value of a. So an will become equal to 1 by 1 is gone. Again, now see, I am writing this step directly. You can write it. Okay. So it is x square into sine. That term will go. So minus 2x into sine. The first integration will be minus cos n pi x upon n square pi square. And next term also will be 0. So only this much, even if you write and put the limits, you will get the answer quickly. So it is between 0 to 2. Therefore, the answer will be minus of minus will become plus. And therefore, it will be 2 upon n square pi square into 2 cos of 2n pi. And that is 4 upon n square pi square. Cos of 2n pi is 1. Always 1 because it is even not. Now it is not plus or minus 1. Cos 2n pi means what? Cos 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi and so on. All those values are 1. That's why your answer of an is 4 upon n square pi square. And then bn will be again 2 by n is as it 1 by n is as it is integration 0 to 2 x square into sine of n pi x dx. Here you will have 2 or more terms. Because first one is x square. First integration is x square into minus cos of n by x by cos of n by x by n by. Here we have also one term, I suppose. Minus cos of n by x upon n. Second term is minus 2x, that is you can write 0 because it is sine, and then plus one more derivative, that is 2 into minus sine integration is plus cos of n by x upon n cube pi cube between 0 to 2. Is this okay what I am writing? Everyone?
Ma'am?
At this stage, yeah.
उधर cos of 2n pi minus cos 0 चाहिए ना?
Cos of 2n pi. Which one?
Minus cos
Here, this one. See, x is present here, na? So when you put this is cos 0 fine, but when you put the x value 0 here, it will become 0. Anything multiplied by 0.
Got it.
Okay, yeah. So here, this will become, now this also I will tell you, upper limit, when you put 2, you get 4. So minus 4 upon n pi into cos of 2n pi. Cos of 2n pi. Okay, lower limit, when you put x is equal to 0, it is gone. So no lower limit. Here it is plus 2 upon n cube pi cube. But just see what is the answer that you are going to get. Upper limit is cos of 2n pi minus lower limit is cos of 0, and both of them are 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So this term also will do. Samajhte ka? When I put x is equal to 2, it will be cos 2n pi, which is 1. And when I put lower limit x is equal to 0, that is cos 0, which is also 1. So upper limit is 1, lower limit is also 1, 1 minus 1, 0. So only this term will remain, and therefore your Bn will be as simple as minus 4 upon n. And hence your Fourier series expansion will be f of x is equal to a0 by 2, that is 4 by 3, plus a is nothing but 4 upon pi square summation n from 1 to infinity cos of n pi x by n square plus or minus 4 upon n pi 4 upon pi summation 1 by n summation 1 by n sine of n pi x, n going from 1 to n. This is your entire Fourier series expansion, which is giving you the Fourier series of the given function in terms of both sine as well as cos waves. Fourier cosine series will give you only in terms of cosine series, and Fourier sine half range sine series will give you the answer only in sine wave. Okay. So is this clear what we are doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think so. What time this lecture get over?
120.
120.
Yes. 1 second. It's already time up. Just a second.